So far, so good. That's what I wanted to see. Okay, so like YouTube just like won't have all of that extra stuff. And that's cool with me because like I didn't need, you know, a stream that has a bunch of like weird stuff on it. Please wait for me while I put my pants on and get myself ready, that kind of thing. Normally Google's like super good about having a share button, but what the hell? Like why can't I just find it? Why isn't it slapping me upside the head? This doesn't make sense. Gotta do everything manually. That's like, it's like the way of it over here. You're a programmer, you're gonna be doing stuff manually forever, bro. That's great. Do I have anything to say personally? I don't know. That's fine. So many people viewing my profile. They're all Skynet. I mean, why would there be people in here yet? Cool, 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 cool. It's just me. All right, let's actually start working, I guess. I guess. So like I said, main venue is going to be Vanadium over here. Yesterday we got all of the Docker containers installed and running. And what I was working on yesterday was getting the SSO container to run. There was something that was going, like it should be running in this init shell script, like app and CRE are running, but that's not what is happening. Like there's some sort of bug in that init script, and it was like not operating the way that we wanted to. So this is just where we're at. Got to figure out what's wrong with the SSO container because in order to log into app, in order to log into POS or whatever, like we got to make SSO work. Stop. That's right. We're not in the right folder. Docker GitHub. So yeah, I'm running our I'm running this little Docker installation that we got. We have a Docker repo in GitHub, OpenTHC/Docker. And it has a compose.yaml file and a bunch of stuff in it. And what I have done here is, not touch the compose file at all. And I have a compose override file. That's what I've been manipulating. And we've turned off the hub container. We got app listening on 8001. CRE, POS, SSO, and the lav interface has been disabled as well. Cool. And the problem that we were running, like I said earlier, was that SSO wasn't working. You know, yesterday Spotify was like doing so great, but like today it's not. Wants to take me on a crying vibe, like no thanks. All right, we were trying to figure out what was wrong with SSO, and what we did with it yesterday was we ran the container and we had to override the entry point script, which I think is that init.sh thing. So we're going to override the entry point. We're going to make it, you know, a batch cell over here so that we can drop in there and see what's going on with it. And the problem was on line 23, something's not right. Y, Q, 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 Q. Damn, I totally did that wrong. So apparently the SSO project has this init script in it. I've never seen it before. I don't think it's part of the main project. Um, it's probably not even necessary if we're keeping it a buck. So SSO isn't running anymore. That's all right. This is the init script in the app container. You know, as you can see, it doesn't have stuff like that init thing that SSO was running. And I'm willing to bet that it's because we, you know, tried a couple of different directions on how to do this and eventually wound up dropping that init script. So like, you know, instead of fixing that Docker container right now, it's like not the thing that I'm interested in doing. I'm just gonna like comment it out. Oh my God. Install. Let's just see if it even works, man. Blast it. And that should start the Apache server. I thought it was gonna output something, man. Like, see, so it's just waiting. Apache's just running theoretically. Who knows, man? Man, so all of our like Docker build stuff is in here in this Docker GitLab repository. I don't like the way that that looks. I'm on a stale, stale branch from like 2021. Okay. I don't even know if this stuff matters, man. I think I gotta do some get token nonsense. So hang on with me just a moment. Access tokens. That's what we're setting up. I always make them expire on the first of the year. It's just like the way that we've always done it. Get remote. Set URL origin. Just a little bit of a mess. I guess I don't need to keep that old dead key that's no longer working for me. And boom, we're good. All right, we're back. I fetched the latest bits from our Docker GitLab, our Docker build environment. I'm still on that old branch. I'm gonna check out some main. Yeah, behind by so much. That's great. This is awesome. Untracked stuff. Interesting. Okay, Docker Compose isn't being tracked anymore, and I don't want it, so I'm getting rid of it. I'm also getting rid of some stuff that we definitely don't need, that no one ever needs. Make two. That sounds very descriptive. Why did we do it this way? Why did I do it this way? It looks wrong anyway. All right, well, it's at least, a little bit quieter. Okay. Man, I think we just need to run make sh build, but I'm like confused by Docker builds all 2 and 3 argument that's getting sent to Docker build all function. Just needs to just Docker build sys and Docker build and then use Docker compose builds for the rest of the stuff. Or we have sys and web always running when we compose up. Who knows? But that's not super like, I guess, we can just always bypass that big script and kind of do what this argument is doing over here. Yeah, and it's not even that one, it's this one. So the first argument for Docker build 1 is the image. So it was down here, labeled the second image in the shell expansion. This is going to be like, Docker build 1 SSO or something like that. And then that second argument is something else. Nope, wrong thing. So if arg's even there, it just gets appended to the arg list. The second argument from the below. B2 method. After 5. Probably doesn't even need that argument. Like, but for build, maybe. Build SSO question mark? I don't know what the R list is supposed to be. This is telling us something that the SSO project doesn't exist. I got to check a deploy key again, so bear with me while I do some security stuff. Oh yeah, okay, that's maybe why. It's not even that. Oh goodness, it is because we're using the main branch. I'm bringing the live coding back, guys. Already up to date. Yeah, master. Okay, great. Now that Docker folder that it's expecting is in the SSO project. Go back to the Docker GitLab directory and run that compose build command, and it should work. I'm going to step away because this usually takes a minute, and I want some water. Ah, fantastic. I wonder if that's our culprit right there. It sure might be. I'm not even sure if it's like, going to bug out this time. Maybe it won't. All right, great. We can go back to OpenTHC Docker Git Hub. I think I can up a specific container. Yup. But I gotta throw it detach option. Those logs follow SSO. Beautiful. So we advanced the progress of the SSO container. But the problem now is whatever's incanting Apache 2 over here is not the right thing, and that looks like the right thing, man. All right, this one's got to go. I think that's an argument. Run SSO, but do we need that? Yeah. Okay. I didn't leave. What I did a moment ago was remove a rogue container that I thought I had stopped, but have not, and then I removed and dropped or stopped and removed it. And I just wanted to make sure I didn't repeat that little mistake again. Right. I don't even see the, no, it's because I'm not looking in that right directory. There it is. It's trying to do something clever. It's trying to upsert a bunch of data, probably. It's in that init PHP script. It's probably yeah, it's definitely doing something there. It's getting to the init script, and then it dies on line 25, line 175. Just sharing those database connections. And then it dies at 175. Yeah, but like it shouldn't be failing because that's an upsert operation. Insert and then on conflict do some updates. Cool. Oh my God. So contact ID and username. I feel like I'm missing something, and like I don't know why my brain's not really working. So you know what we're gonna do? We're just gonna cheat. It's failing on a different column, and I was not even like paying attention to that. Auth contact username index on conflict ID. It should be triggering right there, bro. Yep. So it doesn't tell us what to do if there's a duplicate username. So the username exists. The ID does not currently exist in the database for that username. ID is technically a new, unique record, and it's bypassing my on conflict. Then it immediately crashes. Docker compose exec SQL, and then maybe bash. Cool. OpenTHC off. Select block from off contact. Just give me all. Okay. So whatever the ID is in SSO's environment, it needs to actually be this value, but it's not. environment and you see very close, but no cigar. Dealers are cheap. I don't even know what to say. That was this environment variable. I'm not even sure where it should go right now, to be honest with you. I'm gonna like just slap it in there somewhere. I don't know, and I don't care. That's right, buddy. That's what progress looks like. Wow. Wow. We just like not running this damn thing correctly? Like, what's going on, man? Everybody else's Apache is running without complaining. Super confusing. Docker compose, run. Um, Damn, don't spam my chat though. Probably not even here. Doesn't even matter. Thanks, YouTube, for being here. But yeah, we're probably going to struggle here for a second. Let's think for a second. It's the init script. It's SSO's init script that's in the root file system that's failing. It's failing on the last command, the Apache start. Have a container running a shell script as an failing on the very last line that works in other sister containers. And I cannot diagnose the issue. Let's discuss what is going on. No. Using Vim or something. I bet I just gotta resave the damn file. Like, yeah, that wouldn't even surprise me. GitLab, and let's build that thing again. Fantastico. Got no SSO containers running. This is great. It's probably going to pick up on our latest image. No problemo. No. That's crazy. User was banned for this post. That's annoying, man. I didn't catch it the first time. I don't think that's the wrong dash. I don't think that's the problem either. Hmm. All right, like all of our changes are there. That's great. So it wants us to build again without caching, without without the build. This was the command that we were building that stuff with. Build. We could just throw out the help here. Yeah. So build. No. SSO. It's a good bet. SSO still exited with code 1, but now it is not outputting anything. And this necessitates what it's asking about in step 2 and 3. It wants us to turn on execution tracing. And then we can try the official wrapper. Boy, how annoying. Okay, let's watch the logs again. Try that container, start that container again. Back to ground 1. Back to square 1. That's awesome, though. We can get back to the starting point, you know, like you can be sure that we haven't done shit. User sbin Apache 2 CTO. Boy, am I tired, guys. I'm about to give up for the day. Follow the logs again. Try to stand it up again. Same shit. Doesn't even understand what's going on. No, that's the wrong position of that argument. Yeah, it's doing all the right things. Docker's confused, or fucking Gemini's confused. I'm confused. It's 4 o'clock here on the West Coast. That means I am off the clock. Thanks everybody for coming. Looks like we had a couple of people and a spam bot. Appreciate you being here. Appreciate you watching. Trying to do this more often. Maybe I'll get back to this next week. But until next time.